A pillar of whitewashed stone glints atop your sunlit ridge, unmarked by weather or question. In The God Who Eats philosophy, we recognize that death feeds life, and disillusion feeds creation. The pattern is sacred. But what happens when we apply this to our certainties, our rigid monuments of belief? This poem asks, what if the pillars we've built our convictions on isn't meant to stand forever? What if its breakdown is actually the beginning of something alive? The decomposition of certainty. A pillar of whitewashed stone glints atop your sunlit ridge, unmarked by weather or question, its shadow a flawless seal. You pace around its base in faith, convinced its surface will endure, a monument to what you know, immutable and real. But rain arrives in silent grace, each drop a subtle thief, etching hairline fissures where certainty once stood. You press your palm against the cool, expanding crack. Denial quivers in your veins as moisture steals the wood. In those narrow mouths, green spores alight like starlings, each one a seed of doubt that feasts on rigid sugar. They burrow tender tendrils through the splintered skin of truth, whispering there's more beneath than any creed could conjure. But then the pillar quakes, and shards of stone tumble in a hail of always and never, each fragment catching a sudden flare of sunlight, casting fractured rainbows across the ruin. Beneath that prism glare, a chorus of wind-borne spores spirals through the crack, whispering half-forgotten questions. Why? What if? Is there another way? A thunderclap shatters the beacon. Fragments clatter down into loamy dusk where fear and wonder both convene. You sift through scattered shards of always and never, recoiling at the echo of each half-remembered dream. A slow drip gathers at the base, each droplet a tiny bell of moisture tolling for certainty, coalescing into a trickle that carries off the monolith's nameplate, washing dogma to earth. And in that drenched hush, you drift into a memory dream. Buried books of creed crumble into handwritten doubt, and prayers you never dared speak, their pages fluttering like pale moths into the loam. From that pulpy ruin, threads of mycelium unfurl, silver networks weaving wonder through the wreck. They knit the broken pieces into living substrate, a humus thick with promise you never could expect. And in that fertile dark, the first wild shoots appear, curiosity's bright leaves trembling on fragile stems. They tremble toward a light you could not have imagined, each question blooming where your stone cathedral ends. Now, under a dappled canopy of shifting thought, certainty lies soft as moss among this living wood. No longer a monolith, but one small stone among the many. Each storm, a chance to break. Each break, a chance for good. Here every collapse becomes a chorus of creation. From shattered faith arise forests of becoming free. What once was rigid monument now stands transformed, alive, with endless possibility in its vacancy.